What is going on, Savages? I have some co-owned rigs at the house that have several owners. They're not just owned by me. So what we have to do each month is we kind of lay out what happened that month, what profits, if any, were generated, how many coins we accumulated from whatever we're mining. And we usually do it on about the 19th or the 20th of the month. So that's what we're doing tonight, just kind of going over the whole thing and talking about mining profitability for the whole month and how it applies to our specific co-owned rigs that we have. So let's get to it. All right, so y'all know that these co-owned rigs, we've been mining CCX Conceal.Network since March. It's been a wild ride. It was up and down. You know, it went from 6 cents to 86 cents in a really short amount of time. Probably should have taken some profit. Not good at that. And so now it's down to, I don't even know what it's down to. I'm not going to look just yet. But I think it's around 10 cents or 9 cents or 8 cents or something. I don't know. It's way down there. But anyway, so there's more than one owner, and we always have to review each month and figure out. I've got a spreadsheet that I use to kind of make things hopefully a little simpler. And yeah, so let's check it out. So I'm going to bring up the spreadsheet real quick. What's up, Red Panda? Thanks for tuning in, man. So here is the spreadsheet that I usually use, well, that I do use. And you can see here that we've been mining Conceal for a long time. I just started the spreadsheet in July, so this is the 4th or 5th month here. Why in the world did this say 10 down here? This is supposed to be 11. Let me fix that real quick. So this should be 20th. I must have picked up what was above it. Okay. So, so this is what I use to kind of do the calculations. You know, it bases it on the current value of the coin, CCX, how many we mined that month, the total value in US dollars, where we get our information from, what's the source, how many kilowatt hours are used in that 30-month or 30-day period, how much the cost is per kilowatt hour. I'm at 11 where I'm at after taxes and fees and everything, which is a little bit above the national average in the US. I think the national average is like 10, but it's still not terrible. But for mining, it's not great. It's just not low enough to really be profitable on a lot of different coins. You have to really pick and choose. So yeah, so I'm at 11 cents. And then we go over the total electric cost for the 30 days, and then how many coins that is in whatever the crypto that we mine that month. So that's how the distribution is made, is from whatever we mine. I'm supposed to be reimbursed for the electric paid, right? And then we calculate it all out pretty precisely. I mean, of course, there's a little bit of slop in there, but we get pretty down in the weeds on it and figure it out pretty close. And you can see the last few months, because the profitability was so low and we lost quite a bit, each month. You can see if it's in parentheses here, then that means that that's negative. So we actually lost on all these months that are red. We actually lost a little bit, even though we had that really killer, couple months in July, or June and July, I think, is whenever it was really going crazy. Yeah, right here you can see a profitability. This I have to kind of ignore. This the calculation here was a little off, I think, because I was just transitioning to this spreadsheet. So it says that we earned 17.12 in that July. I don't think we earned that much. So yeah, this is kind of probably not great information up here at the top. But starting in August, it should be pretty accurate, very accurate. So anyway, you can see I haven't been reimbursed here for these, simply because they're just, the way that CCX is, if you're not too familiar with it, CCX it uses deposits and investments, and it's basically a blockchain CD. So it might sound kind of familiar, but it's a high interest blockchain CD, and it's been around longer than those other projects that tout similar capabilities. Anyway, so I think it started in last March or April or something like that. This is whenever it was launched. Might have been after that. I don't know. I'd have to look it up. I don't remember. There's so many projects, I just don't remember all the details for each one. But I know it was at the beginning of last year. So basically you lock up coins, or you can lock up coins, and it's cold staking. So it's on the blockchain. You don't have to leave your wallet open. It's really cool. Cold staking is the way to go for earning that interest. And then of course the interest is in the crypto that you're staking, right? So in this case it would be CCX. Well, what I was getting to is that a lot of our coins for the co-owned rigs are actually locked up and cold staked. So we'll take a look at that in a few minutes. But that's why I haven't worried about the distribution. I've just been kind of sucking up the electric cost, out of pocket, and then eventually I'll transition those coins, or send those coins from the main wallet for the co-owned rigs and over to me to reimburse me for the electric. I got to talk to the co-owners though, because we got to figure out how we're going to do that. Because are we going to base it on that number right there? Or are we going to base it on the current value, right? And what I mean is, okay, so let's say that a few months goes by and I'm not able to do distributions because the coins are locked up, so on and so forth. All right, now CCX goes up to $1, right? Just pretend here. Well, then that would be $497, right? So I don't know which way it would be which way would be the fairest. I don't know. I mean, obviously, to me, it would be fair to do it on the current value if it was actually increased. But anyway, what's up, Crypto Mikkel? Anyway, so yeah, we'll figure it out. I mean, it's not really likely that it'll go to $1, but anyway, it could increase in value, and then so we would have to figure that out anyway. And you guys are not even totally seeing what I've got my camera on for some reason. Here's what I was talking about. So here's the red. I was looking at myself and I was thinking that's what y'all were seeing, but that's not the case. So you can see all the red months, and then these are the coins that are actually still owed to me. These were paid out. I just highlighted this cell as red because it was a red month as far as profitability goes. So anyway, let's get to it. This is their wallet, the cold staking. This is the overall co-owned rigs wallet, and let's see here. So there's not any like synchronization going on. Oh, I mean, there is synchronization, but nothing's being mined to this wallet. This is just the wallet that I send all the coins from the other two wallets. So the way that this works, in order to separate things out a little bit and make things a little bit more transparent, I created a wallet for each rig. Plus it distributes it out a little bit, so a little bit of a safety feature as well. So I have a different wallet for each rig. So each rig mines to their very own wallet. And I'm still using simple mining for this. I do that for numerous reasons, but one of which is just to keep it separated from my own rigs. Plus I can use this to do content, on YouTube for simple mining if I need to. So it works out pretty well. But let's see what these rigs have been running for, a week. I did have to reboot one of them once or twice this month. Just to get it back up and running. I don't think I had any real problems with either one of the rigs this month. They've both been running about a week. So, not bad. Okay. You see the power draw and everything here, but we're going to get into that. So I have these rigs on simple mining, and They each have their own wallet. So if we went to group config, you can see here that there's two different group configs here, two different groups. They each have their own very own wallet that they're mining to. And it looks like I'm still using hero miners as the pool. What we can do, let's go to, let me copy this real quick. Somewhere on here, there we go. I was looking for where to paste the address, so we'll look that up. So here's the stats for that rig, and that rig is Dagobah, I think. Is that the one I was on? What did I grab here? Let's see here. Yeah, Dagobah. So this is Dagobah that we're looking at here. And we can reference this whenever we're doing our calculations too. Yeah, right here. Here's the rig name. Shows the block rewards for that rig. So pretty detailed, and we'll be able to come back here and compare information. It says we're getting 1239 average, so you want that to be pretty close to what you're seeing in your mining operating system. I believe it is. I'll go over here, go back to miners. What's up, Bitcoin Jake? Alright, so I didn't do that right. I was trying to get both of them up at the same time here. Let me see here. Must not have copied it. Alright, there we go. So this is Mustafar, my Star Wars themed rig names also. Alright, so let's see here. We'll reference this whenever we're talking about all the hash rates and whatnot. That looks good. Back to rig list, you can see Mustafar gets about 13.59 kilohash. Right here it's saying average last hour is actually 15.8. That's good. But you can see the average over 24 hours is 13.65, which is pretty spot on with what we're seeing here. And the same for Dagobah. So that worked out really well. That's really close hash rates compared to what the rig sees and what the pool sees. So that's a good thing. All right, now let's look at Conceal on what to mine. We'll come back here, plug in some numbers as well. And I wanted to point out this site. I don't know if it's new or not, but it is a super cool website. I think you might have a dark theme over here, maybe. Yeah, there we go. Cryptunit.com, and they do kryptonite coins, you know, privacy coins. And there's a lot of information on here. I could not find where to add electric costs, because like you first come in here and you look at these per day numbers and it's like, oh wow, that's pretty good. right, compared to what we're used to. But this is all before electric. Okay, so I don't know if maybe if you went into detail, actually no, because detail shows this right here. So I don't know where to put in the power consumption or electric cost to get better calculations. I'm probably just overlooking it. I just don't know where it's at. Maybe under custom. Nope. And what's cool about it is you get to put in your rigs, right? So you can add a rig, edit it, and add the GPUs that you have, and then it'll base those calculations on that first page. It'll base these calculations on what your rig is. So it's kind of neat, you know, especially if you have like a mixed rig and you need to figure out what hash rate you're supposed to get. So a really cool site. I dig it. Probably start using it a lot more than I have been. So pretty cool stuff there. All right, so let's start doing some work, some calculations here. Go back to the wallet. Again, I have two different wallets for the rigs, one per rig, and then this is the overall wallet. And you can see right here, oh, that's what I was going to say earlier and I never got to it. So you can see right here that some coins are locked up in deposits. So we've got 2,137, more than that locked up. And if we went into banking, and then we can see over here, when we lock them up, we can actually double click on them and you can find out when it should unlock. So this one is March 24th. We earned 1.9 for looks like about a 6 month, I think, time frame. So not bad. And then this one was 1,000. And this one was 329. So we've locked up quite a bit, you can see. And we only have 608 total in this wallet that's available for me to transfer. So whenever we're talking about reimbursing for electric, it's kind of hard to do that whenever there's 1,600 owed right here, right? More than 1,600 owed. So there's 1,600 owed and only 600 in the wallet. And I can't get to these because they're locked up, right? So hopefully that makes sense. Now there will be probably enough to reimburse from the other wallets because they've been mining. I haven't done like a disbursement, or I think they're. Let's go and see before I start saying things I'm not familiar with here 100%. So I'm going to go into the Dagobah wallet first. And this is Dagobah's specific wallet, its very own wallet. And it's what Dagobah mines to. So there's 894 in here, and again, I have not. This is not in a month. Okay, this is many months. This is 3 months. This will be the third month that this has been accumulating in here. So I don't do any deposits on the individual wallets. Mining the active mining wallets, I let them, I transfer the coins from this wallet to that main wallet. Is the way I do it. So from here, if we go to transactions, there is a export to CSV, and that's what I typically do to obtain the information needed for all these calculations. So let's get to that. I'm going to pull it over here because sometimes it opens up in a weird window that I don't want y'all to see. Got some info on it. All right, so yeah, it just defaults to that for some reason. Let me go over here. We'll call it Dagobah. All right, so let's go back over there. I think I will be able to open that. Yeah. All right, so here we go. So this is all the transactions that are in that wallet. Okay. I did change. It used to be set to 2.99 as the or 3 as the minimum payout. I changed it to 10 to decrease the number of transactions going to the wallet, because it can kind of mess this stuff up a little bit. All right, so you can see the date here. So we're going to get rid of everything up until 11/20/1. So like starting right here. So all this is previously accounted for info here. So now we're at 11/21 all the way through 12/19. So now we should be able to do a, there's another one of those, oh, that was, it's weird whenever it does this. So this wallet, or these CryptoNote wallets, especially this wallet, you can actually see these transactions that aren't really transactions. These are for whenever it does optimization. And actually, I should have optimized before I got in here, because I don't know it. Let me see here. It's set to auto optimization, so it might just work. We'll see. I might not be able to actually transfer the coins again, but we'll see. So go to transactions. So it does this whenever it does a optimization. I would have to really dig into that to see. But see, I did one here. So it basically sends all the coins to yourself, back to yourself. It consolidates all the coins into one transaction and sends it. So back to yourself, I think is the way it works. Anyway, all right. So what we have to do, because this wallet has only had stuff coming into it, so we're going to get rid of this one. That was a, I see these little ones like 1 and 1. It's so weird. And that one, I must have fired up the wallet on that day. I probably did, and I probably let it auto optimize. So we'll get rid of that too. So this should get us a pretty accurate number with how many are accumulated for the month. So I'm going to do an auto sum on that. So it looks like 290,6971. So we'll copy that. And we'll put that into our calculation spreadsheet. Actually, I got to start building this thing here. Let's see, 12/19/2019. Conceal, CCX. You can see the previous month, it was pretty close to the same amount, fairly close anyway. All right, so let's go and look at, oh, you know what I need to do? Let me do this first. Formula. We don't know what the value is there. All right. This was, whoops. Go and get that number again. All right. Try and get the right color here. I guess I should have set this up before the stream started. All right, so we will, oh shoot, I needed to get the calculations for that too. All right, now we're set up. All right, so now let's go and look and see what CCX value is at right now on CoinMarketCap. All right, 0.097. So it rounded it up to 10, that's okay. All right, so we mined, Dagobah anyway, mined $228.38 worth of CCX. And let's look at how much power it used for the month. I have these smart meters or smart outlets, and they document it basically a month, or they keep track of a month, essentially, what power goes through it. So each rig has their very own smart plug, and it's a power, I think it's called smart plug with power metering or power something. So we're gonna go to Dagobah, and then if you click on the little usage or energy down there at the bottom right, you can see the power draw. So let's compare that to what Simple Mining is saying. So it says 890, we'll call it 890. So let's go over here to Simple Mining. We're on Dagobah, and it's saying 862. So that's pretty close, not bad. All right, so we got to throw, oh yeah, so that's the current power draw. Now, if you look at the bottom right-hand corner, it says total consumption, and this is 30 days, past 30 days right here. So total consumption is 631 kilowatt hours. So 631 goes in here, and then it's going to calculate it out based on 11 cents per kilowatt hour. So we basically used $69 worth of USD of electric to run that rig. So $70, and this is, you can see this is really consistent, you know, each month. You know, there was one month where it was down. Yeah, this is after I moved here, so you know, there's a little bit here and there that it jumps up and down, whether or not the rigs are on all the time or not. This month has been really solid. It has been on all the time. So it's a 69, and then plus we're also a day early. Actually, yeah, I don't know why I put 20 in here. We're actually 1 day early, so we're missing, why is it doing that? It's not 11. Did I mess that up earlier? Oh, because I copied it, that's right, okay. All right, there we go. So we're a day early. And like in this month here, we were a day late. So that's why the numbers were a little different. Anyway, so this is, yeah, 70 bucks. We made 28 on the current value of 10 cents for CCX. So I'll be owed 710 for electric, and we lost $41 this month. So guys, if you were, if it was just me and I was trying to mine this, I would be just buying the coins at this point, because that's enough of a loss to pay me back for my time, right? I would Yeah, I would just be buying the coins if I wanted to support CCX. At this point on this particular project, I love CCX. You guys know I do. But on this project right now, the way with this hardware with the 580s, and I don't even know. I don't think it's any better with any of them, to be honest. We'll go to what to mine and check it out here in a minute. Yeah, I would probably be just buying the coins if it was just me. So something to keep in mind. It's enough of a loss to compensate for that time, right? The time that it would take to, onboard some BTC, get the BTC to an exchange, go and buy the CCX, get the CCX off the exchange. That time that it takes, to me, it doesn't take me long enough to compensate for $41 loss, right? On the month is basically what I'm saying. I hope that makes sense. Anyway, all right. That's the way I am. Let me turn on the camera so y'all can. Not that. There we go. So whenever I do put the camera on me, you can still see what I'm kind of talking about there. All right. So let's go ahead and do the Mustafar rig. Now, technically, what I would do is I would transfer this 894, and actually we can do that. If I don't know if it's going to require optimization or not. See all these weird numbers over here. So let's go ahead and let's try to send it to the main wallet here. I believe that this one, I'd have to double check that. Let me go. I've got it documented over here on the left screen. Let me go over here and make sure. I didn't even talk about the hardware or anything. I need to do that too. Yeah, that's the right one. All right, so this is the main mining wallet. So what we'll try to do is we'll try to send all. There really needs to be a send all button on here, and there's not. Let's go back. We'll go 894. We'll try to send. Yeah, we should be able to send 894. We'll try to do that. Oh, it had the balance right here. My bad. But it still doesn't have a send all button. 894. And the message will say December 2019. Send funds. Should be good. All right, so there we go. All right, so now let's go and open up Mustafar's wallet. This one was not synced for some reason. That's kind of weird. Actually, you know what? It probably has been a really long time since I've been in this wallet. But you can see, like, before it gets synced, for some reason, it just it had Dagobah up here. Like right here, it didn't have the right wallet name, but now it does. So we're all good here. All right, so yeah, it looks like this one I actually sent from last month. So I probably did get the funds from this wallet into the main wallet because it only has 323. So the other wallet, I think I couldn't because it needed optimization or something. So yeah, all right. So we're probably going to find out that this rig earned about 323 this month, right? Total. Let me slide this over here. I'm going to do the little export thing from transactions. Mustafar. Save. Back. All right, so this is Mustafar's. Oh, you know what? I must have, no, it says 10 down here. Okay, so it's still on 10. I was thinking maybe I didn't get that right, so, all right. So what we have to do here is we have to get rid of everything prior to, yeah, see, here's me sending, this right here is probably me sending to the main wallet. That would make sense, about that much, because that one, this plus what it earned this month compared to the other one, total is about right. So, all right, so we're gonna go 21. This is the start date. All right, so if we add these up, there's pretty good chance that it's going to be around 323. All right, it's 322.5 roughly. Pretty close. And you can see the dates. So you can see it looks like it's earning, what is this, maybe 10 per day roughly. So if you think that that is about right, and it does look like it's about 10 per day, which is kind of cool. That means one transaction goes into the wallet each day. That's kind of nice. But if you go over here to Crypt Unit and go to CCX, it says based on an 8 GPU, you can see my hardware that I have selected here, 8 RX 580s, 8 gig, right? So if we go back to over here, we go to Conceal, it says we should earn about 10 per day, which is right on. So all these calculations are working perfectly. That's cool. I like it whenever that happens. So we're gonna grab this number here, put that into the spreadsheet. And you know what I don't have here? I don't have the, actually no, this isn't a formula. So we'll go 0.10 like that. So that rig costed, or made, 32.25. So you can see there's a little bit of a difference between the two rigs, and you can actually see that in the hash rate. If you go to the rigs, you can see that Dagobah is a little bit less than Mustafar, right? About 1 kilohash. So that adds up over time to equate to, you know, $4 a month. If you did the math on it, it would probably be really close to that. All right, so now we have to look at the power, the kilowatt hours used this month for Mustafar. So this is Dagobah skill. So we're going to go back, get on the camera here. We'll go to Mustafar. Energy 849 is what it's saying is pulling right now. So let's go ahead and just verify that real quick. There's 897 here, so it's a little off, not too bad though. And then we're going to go right here and look at total consumption for the past 30 days is 612 kilowatt hours. We'll plug 612 into here. And at 11 cents per kilowatt hour, we burned $67 worth of electricity. We earned $32 in crypto. So it cost us $35 to run the rig this month. All right, so let's send this 323 to the main wallet. Yeah, see right here. So transaction size is too big. Please optimize. Okay. So I hadn't opened this wallet in a while. It looks like I might have gave up on it last month whenever we were doing this review. So I will do the optimization, and y'all will be able to see those transactions where it basically consolidates and sends them to yourself. And actually, it already did it. So you see that minus 323 because it's probably set to auto optimize, but it takes about yeah, see right here it says optimization recommended because there were 163 outputs, I guess. I think that's what it means. But it says right here that it'll take like 22 minutes. So I should have launched this wallet before the stream, but that's okay. So once this is ready, I'll be able to send that to the main wallet also. And go ahead and mark these as red, which sucks, but all right, so let me see what's currently owed is for electric is 3,230 CCX. All right, so let's look at, I think I can look at the hardware here. Yeah. So this is how the rigs are laid out as far as the ownership percentages. You know, Dagobah is just me and one other person, so I'm like 51%. Over here we've got like 6 different people. That's kind of cool. And then here's the hardware. It's pretty much identical between the two, except for the GPUs themselves. Dagobah has the RS Radeon, the Gigabyte RS Radeon RX 580s, 8 gig, and then Mustafar has the ASRock Phantom Gaming X Radeon RX 580s. So they're both RX 580s, but the ASRock cards actually hash a little bit better than the Gigabyte cards with the same settings. And you can see that in the simple mining right here. You can see the difference. They have the same overclock settings, same power settings, but it just gets a little bit better. But it's also consuming a little bit more power also. But I think it works out, if you were to average this out, it actually works out better for Mustafar. I mean, clearly because it earned a little bit more this month. So all right, cool stuff. Let's see what y'all are up to in the chat. What? Red Panda? Yeah. You know what GFY means? No, I mean, I get it. I get it. You know, they as a whole community, it's probably not a great thing to always be negative, but it's reality, right? It's reality right now, and I'm a realistic kind of guy. I don't do that. I don't play games and tell people what they want to hear, you know? I think that's disingenuous whenever you don't say what the truth is. Like, I'll give you an example. I'll give you a really good example. This is funny. I don't know if y'all saw this today or not, but so on I got a comment on a video that was kind of funny. I wish there was a way. I don't like really calling people out, but you know what? He commented on my video, so oh well. So here's his comment. He says, "This video is of so low quality. You should have really took your time on this one and explained yourself a bit more. You're not even on the right chain. You're on a multipool. Look at the varying block heights when the new jobs are received. You got all them machines and don't know what you're doing. And then he's laughing at me and stuff. I'm like, okay, all right, yep, got it. But here's my reply. Yeah, it's tough to mine a random shitcoin on a random pool on a live stream sometimes. But thanks for the info. And the reason I said that is because this video was about Trezor coin, right? So he must be a Trezor coin guy, right? Obviously, because why else would you be looking at this video? So if we go to Trezor coin, what was the ticker there? EZC. So this is what he was complaining about, right? So he's taking out the fact that he is supporting this complete shitcoin here, and yeah, he's just mad. He's just got bags of this coin here. I mean, listen, that video was in March, and it was a real random coin show. So like, I just picked it, and I know nothing about the coin or anything, and we just mined it. And yes, I ended up on a, well, and you can kind of see why, I think. Let's go over to miningpoolstats.stream and see what the pools look like. I think that it's such a shit coin that you have to like merge mine it, or it seems like that's the case. Like there's all these, maybe Trezor coin might not be, but like Zerg pool, I think, is like a multi-pool, you know, where you're mining an algorithm and you might be able to get paid out in TZC, I think is the way it works. I don't know. I don't care, you know, to be honest. But I just thought it was funny. It's like, come on, dude. Like, you clicked on my video. I didn't click on yours. So, anyway. I thought that was kind of funny. I mean, it's I don't know, it's funny to me how people can get so bent out of shape over literally free content. Like, you know, that 30 minutes or 40 minutes or whatever it was for that video was my time covering some coin that I will never look at again, right? So it's kind of funny. Yeah, I mean, I was gonna say, like, just look at the chart kind of thing, but you know what? There are a lot of projects that look like this right now, and some of them I support. So I didn't really want to point this out, but it did go from 44 cents, it looks like, let's look at their all-time high here. All-time high, 69 cents. So it went to, look at this. So 70 cents to 0.0002, right? No, all-time low. Yeah, yeah, that's the same thing. All right, so yeah, so it went from 70 cents to 0.0002. How much of a drop is that? How can I calculate that real quick? I'm not that smart with a calculator here. I think I can do it though. Let's see. I think I would take 0.000247 divided by 0.699246. No, that's not it. Or maybe it is. Let's see. I must have done something wrong here. 0.000. Two. Divided by 0.99. Yeah, I'm not calculating it right, I guess. Yeah, I would. Yeah, that's silly that they would do that. I mean, I understand their point, but again, you have to be. I like being realistic. I like being rational. I even have that in my damn Twitter profile, about being a realistic and rational person. I look at things differently than some people. I think the term is something like speak truth to power, that kind of thing, or truth to power. I think that's far more important than appeasing some dev of some coin that is not doing well, right? I mean, and let's be honest, the majority of these coins are not doing well, and they're not going to do well, and they're not going to come back. It's just not going to happen. There's too many. It's too diluted. There's too many. There's just way too many. There's 5,000 on CoinMarketCap, and you're telling me that there's 5,000 good projects out there? No, there's just not. There's going to be a handful, right? I mean, I'm all for capitalism and everybody having their chance and all that stuff. Great, that's fine. But don't create a freaking token and tell me that it's going to be the next global currency like most of these do, right? Most of these are like, we're going to be the next global currency. No, you're not. You're not. So just stop. Yeah, there's too many first mover advantages or second mover advantages or third mover advantages. You cannot compensate for 5,000 different projects. It's just not going to happen. And especially whenever BTC is dominating at 68%, which is higher than yesterday and higher than the day before and higher than the day before that. If these projects are going to do well, why isn't money going into them? Why is the majority of the money going into BTC? Why is that? So anyway, all right. Kind of going off here, but yeah, wow, we're down to 190 billion market cap too. That means the way I look at this, if BTC dominance is going up and market cap is going down, then people are dumping shit coins and either getting into fiat or putting it, maybe putting it into BTC. Because I believe this was at 200 billion pretty recently, I thought. Anyway, so yeah. And if you go to like CoinGecko, I think there's 8,000 projects on there. Oh wow, it's actually less. There was 8,000, or there were 8,000 before, so maybe they changed their listing method algorithm or whatever, so that's cool. I wish this had like a 30-day on it so we could compare. Because I haven't changed the pool or anything for these. It's got a total. Yeah, I probably need to document if I ever change like a pool. I need to put that into the spreadsheet somewhere. Like change pool or whatever. What? Why do you feel better, Red Panda? Because of the yeah, I wouldn't worry about that. No way would I even. Yeah, I would definitely wouldn't lose sleep over something like that. Look, it's good to be rational, right? I mean, you want to be rational and realistic. I think that that's more important than being fake and telling a bunch of viewers all this nonsense about, you know, not reality, right? If you're sitting there saying that mining is awesome right now, and you're lying, because it's not, you know, especially on older hardware. Oh yeah, so I was going to go to what to mine and look for. We were going to look up some newer cards here to see if. Let's see, so that's at 11 cents. What was I going to do? I was going to look at newer, newer RX cards. That's what I was going to do. So we'll go with like a Radeon 7. Red Panda has one of those. So even with a Radeon 7, I mean, wow, I think he's getting like 6 cents per kilowatt hour though, so he's still profitable. So yeah, look at the cost of a Radeon 7, and then if you use what to mine and you mine the most profitable, it's not even 10 cents a day after power. So even with a newer GPU. Then on the NVIDIA side, the most efficient GPUs are the 1660s. And even that gets you 10 cents a day on the most profitable, which is Ravencoin at the moment. Yeah, I mean, it's just, you know, the profitability is just not there. So again, you're back to calculation and figuring out, okay, does it make sense based on this calculation right here? Does it make sense for me to continue mining it? Do I want to just be a completely cool dude that is just supporting this project out of the kindness and generosity of my own heart? Or should I just buy the coins, right? So you have to kind of calculate that out, justify it, think about it, you know, be realistic with what's going on. I don't mind continuing on the way that we are with these rigs. I gotta talk to the other owners. I usually like them to be in the stream here, but I don't think that they're in here. What's up, Mojake? CR. So I gotta talk to them, find out what we're doing. I don't know. I mean, I'm okay with this right now. I mean, it sucks, but I gotta talk to them and find out what they want to do. What was the total? It was like 3,000 something, I think. So 3230 and see how it's doing that optimization. So there's some pending out here. So you got to wait on all this to go through. Well, total CR, total I have 16, 11, 27, 33. Yeah, 33. And it's kind of split. The majority of that is RX 580s. And then I've got like six NVIDIA GPUs. And at this point, you know, it sucks because the RX 580s are just simply not profitable on pretty much anything. And now I wish I would have, I mean, obviously hindsight's 2020, would have been better to buy NVIDIA GPUs back then than instead of buying the RX 580s. So yeah, so I've got these 16 here, and then I've got one rig is actually off, and that's my personal RX 580 rig. It's not even on. And then I've got these NVIDIA GPUs here. It's two 1070s, well, right now it's only one in the rig. Two 1070 Ti's, a 1660 Super, and then a 1080. and then there's one 1070 on the shelf because I have the 1660 in this rig. I could add it, you know, and have all of them in the same rig, but it's a 6 GPU rig, so I'd have to kind of modify the bar that holds. It's one of those Veta rigs, and I actually have modified the bar on one of them. I'll tell you what I was gonna do. This was gonna be kind of cool. I think I might still do it. So this is the, let me see if I can show you the picture here. So this is the, let's see if I can get some light in here. Hang on a second. Oh, it's on. Let's see here. So this is it was, at one point it was a 12X RX 580, the really nice MSI. These guys right here. The gaming, forget the name of these now. Why am I forgetting that? Oh, Armor Mark II, that's right, not gaming. So these RX 580s here, super nice. Love these cards. Nice backplate, super cool. So this rig over here was 12 of them, and I had to take 2 out a while back just because of how much power they were drawing, and it kept tripping the not the breaker, but the little circuit protector on the power strip that I was using. So I went ahead and just removed 2 of them, just to, you know, have a little less power draw. And right now it's just off because I took all the GPUs out of it, cleaning and stuff like that, and I just never got it back together because it's not profitable. RX 580s and all. And what I was going to do was, I was going to, as a little test, I was going to put 10 GPUs on one of these. These are 6 GPU frames, right? The Veta frames. And I was going to put 10 of them on one and move stuff around and basically free up one of the frames for maybe like a test rig or something like that. And so I haven't got around to it yet. This is like new development. This is something I was kind of looking at doing recently. But I did modify the bar in the back that holds the GPUs, where the GPU screws are, in the bracket, and drilled some more holes and tapped them so that there's enough. You can actually see, you might be able to see. Hang on a second, I'm gonna grab the flashlight. There's 2 of them in there right now that are really close together, see? So see those 2 right there, they're super close together. You can see the other screw holes that I drilled in there. So that's what I was going to do. I was going to put all of them like that together, you know, and have, but I understand that, you know, it's probably going to play into cooling a little bit because look at how close they are. I mean, they're super close together, but you know, there's maybe like ½ an inch in between them, the way that I have it. So I'm thinking that it might work, and it might not be a real problem with heat, but we'll see. I think that might be kind of a cool video to do. Like, it's basically super dense, right? You'd have 10, and actually I could fit, let's see, so it comes with 6, and I put, so there's 11 spots basically for GPUs now. So I was going to put 10 in it, and that's going to be crazy. If I do it, it's going to be crazy because it's going to be so dense. You know, it'll be neat. It'll have to have 2 server PSUs, right? So like right now there's one up here and then one at the bottom, but you know, this one up here would have to go down there if I was going to consolidate everything that was in this upper rig. So should be pretty cool. I think it's a cool little something to do while the market sucks as far as RX 580s go. So yeah, maybe I'll do that. I don't know. We'll see. Tell me what you think. If y'all would like to see something like that, I think it would be kind of neat. Because it would take some wire management too. They're having 10 GPUs in a space, you know, this big. It's kind of like a server case, you know, situation. Although there's not enough. That's one thing I was worried about, was the fans and having enough actual airflow to keep the GPUs cool. But I would have this second rack up here of fans, so I could use these fans down there. I don't know if I'd put them on the front and try to just increase the airflow from the front to the back, or maybe put them somehow get the string of fans to go underneath of the GPUs on the bottom, or on top. You know, maybe to blow the air straight up off of. Like if I could do the GPUs from here, or the fans from this rail across, you know, and have them blowing up. So there's a lot of different options. It's something, again, just something I was barely thinking about doing. But I thought it'd be kind of neat. So maybe we'll do a video or something on that. We'll see. All right, so we've been going for more than an hour. Ugh, yikes, that's not good. I've been trying to keep my streams a little shorter because I just go on and on. Yeah, we'll talk a few more minutes here, and then I'm gonna get out of here. But I have a premiere tomorrow at 12:30. I believe that's right after Red Pandas. And we'll check that out. And then tomorrow night we'll be doing the Crypto Fireball Friday. That starts at 9:30. And you found it while you were cleaning up? Yeah, maybe. I really only need it for testing. I was going to do some testing for Rio, actually. Yeah, so this premiere tomorrow is kind of cool. You can see me fumble around with some more stuff. Like I did today. Oh no! Oh, emotional because of the tearing the grow tent and all that stuff down. Most likely. You better not be crying or anything on it. Okay, RPM, we'll talk, man. It gets interesting. Yeah, thanks TV Time, I appreciate it. Yeah, normally if I can get on a subject, I can get kind of distracted by stuff and start going off, but oh, something, yeah, I just saw this right here. I'm also scatterbrained, and I have like ADD or something because I get distracted, and sometimes I will literally lose my train of thought and I can't get it back. Like I will forget something and you're not getting me to remember what it was, and it sucks. I try to stay on track, but I do, especially if I don't have like any type of notes or anything like that. Yeah, because I was talking about something before I saw your comment over there, Red Panda, and see, I forgot what it was. Yeah, and see, then now I forgot what I was going to say before I saw that. Yeah, CCX is cool. I like CCX. I always have. And that's actually what I was going to point out, is they have the deposit revamp coming up. So they've got it on Crypt Unit here. They've got a nice countdown timer. So I just noticed that. That's kind of cool. See, look at this. This is really neat, man. They've done a lot of work here. So on Crypt Unit, I'm just, again, I don't have a lot of exposure, so this is kind of like my first look at it as well. But it says over here, like if you go to a project, then it's got recommended miners. So it's got a list of the miners. Probably, I don't know how it it gets the information to put them in an order of recommended, or if this is an order of recommended. I don't know about that, so I would just keep that in mind. I don't know what that means. Like, what does that mean? Does that mean that you guys, CryptUnit, recommends it, or is it saying that these are the miners in order of who's using them, you know, the most frequently, right? So I don't know how this, or is this even in a list of order, right? So I don't know about that. Then it has top CCX mining devices with hash rates over here, probably like a default. Wallets, that's cool, man. A widget for the website, if you have a website, that's neat. Yeah, that's cool stuff. Yeah, so see, here's a description. Like I was saying earlier, deposits form the backbone of Conceal ecosystem, providing users with an egalitarian form of staking that earns interest on locked deposits. Conceal investments provide higher interest returns for longer-term holders. Trade CCX, I would probably use Trade Ogre. But I'm not a trader, so don't listen to me. But if I was to go and try to buy some CCX, that's probably where I would go. Yeah, that's true. It might be in alphabetical. Yeah, that's true. Good catch. It does appear to be alphabetical. So maybe it just lists some miners, right? So anyone that will work with mining CCX. That kind of makes sense. Because honestly, I was kind of thinking to myself, whenever I looked at the list, I was like, I don't know. I mean, I don't know anybody who uses SRB miner before XMRig, right? Or XMR stack. So I thought that was kind of funny. I was thinking to myself, this is neat. Neat website. Yeah, XMRig's fine. I use XMR stack, I believe. That's what we're still using. Once I get things up and running, I forget. Like I said, I'm using XMR stack. I don't know if that's the latest version. Let's find out real quick. 2.10.7. No, it's 2.10.8. So we can go ahead and change to that also. Usually doesn't make a big difference, and it usually is just adding in new coins or new, sometimes it's new sometimes it's new capabilities or whatever, but most of the time it's just new coins and fixes and stuff like that. Yeah, I like Coin 362. It's cool. I've got a watch list over here, so I click on watch list and it shows me like the coins that I'm kind of interested in. Ones that I definitely follow on the show and I talk about on the show and stuff, so kind of cool. Yeah, Zellcash is awesome too. Rio's been doing pretty good today. This one's so hard to grasp. It blows my mind that I'm looking at Aeon at 5 cents. Rough. I love Aeon though. Not beating them up or anything. I mean, you know, you gotta be honest. There, pretty much everything's down, right? It's not like there's any real breakouts. I mean, Tezos was a little bit of a breakout, but yeah, I mean, everything's down right now. It's been a rough couple months here, for sure. And actually, in reality, it is. Oh man, that's nothing, Red Panda. You distracted me again. You know, what was I gonna say? It's been it's been 2 years, almost 2 full years of pretty crappy market. The only runs we saw were because of scams. You know, the plus token scam and OneCoin or whatever. You know, where they're driving the price of BTC up and down, right? Because of the scam buying and selling, and I think plus token even had a whole bunch of ETH as well. So all that stuff, you know, like that 3K to 14K run was the scam, plus token. So, you know, I think right now we're probably at 7,000. We're probably where we should have been, and we probably never should have made it to 14,000. So 7,000 is probably, thanks Mr. Math Indonesia for subscribing. So yeah, I think that yeah, 7,000 is probably where we're supposed to be right now. About, you know, if you're looking at an overall chart, logarithmic or whatever. Yeah, I think we're on track. Not in a bad spot. The whole, yeah, and nice hash, yeah. Yeah, true. Yeah, I mean 3K was, or 3,200 or whatever it was rough. But that was part of the, I think that was part of the plus token scam situation. Yeah, so my Aeon, I think I bought at, I want to say I bought some at 20 cents and maybe some at 15. And I want to say I told Yashnik that if it goes to 10, I'm going all in. But I didn't. I'm glad I didn't at this point, but yeah. Yeah, so 12 cents isn't that bad. You know, if you dollar cost average, don't go all in, like I was saying, you know. Dollar cost average into whatever you want to get into, dollar cost average into it. And that's the great thing about mining, is it's a steady drip of dollar cost averaging, perfect dollar cost average over time. So sometimes it sucks, you know, in months like this, like we saw tonight, but you know, I've brought this up too. You know, if you believe in the project and you think that the value is going to go up in the future, and you are okay with earning, what did we say we were earning, like 10 CCX a day, and you feel like, okay, I feel like CCX is a $5 coin, right? So if you feel like that's where it probably will end up someday, then you could look at this as though you made $50 on this one rig this day, right? It's just whether or not you can endure that aspect of it and make it make sense to you, right? So it's just another way it's just another way of looking at it. I don't sell the coins I mine. I don't think I've never sold any coin that I've mined. I've never gone from crypto to fiat, not once. So it's all just holding and, holding and hoping. Yeah, and everything relies on BTC for the most part. That is true. Red Panda. There's every now and then there's a a breakout, but most of the time it has to do with that. And we talked about this a bunch on the stream on this channel as well. It just if you're looking at the actual market cap and how much money is actually in the market, it's not even freaking close to what you think it is. Like right now there's 190 billion. That 190 billion is probably literally USD value is probably 500 million at the most. And the reason for that is how it's calculated. So, Bitcoin is $130 billion market cap, and that's done by the price times circulating supply, right? But the people that are holding BTC they didn't buy it at 7,000, right? So a lot of them are, bought it at 100 or bought it at 200. So if you bought 10 at 100, you have $1,000 that you have put into the market, right? But now you own a very large percentage of the overall market cap because that $1,000 that you spent is now 70,000, right? 70,000. If I'm doing my math right, probably not. Of the market cap, right? So you gotta look at that and keep that in mind. I mean, you're not looking at an actual value. In other words, like let's say you had 1,000 Bitcoin. You couldn't sell them. You could not sell them. Well, actually, 1,000 Bitcoin you probably could. You could sell that. Let me think of a different example here. There's not, in other words, for Bitcoin, there's plenty of liquidity. I don't know what the maximum would be, what you could get rid of without too much slippage, right? So like if you were selling it on the market, each one that you sell or each portion that you sell is going to decrease in value a little bit each time. So you're going to experience some slippage with the value, and the end might be a lot lower than what your initial, whenever you put it on the market, what it was, right? So it might start at 7,200, and by the time you get on, let's say you had 1,000 Bitcoin to sell and you put them all on the market to sell, then by the time it gets to that last one that you're selling, it might only be 5,000, right? And that would be enough to actually change the market, which tells you that the market cap isn't that much, right? If you can change the market with 1,000 Bitcoin, and you probably could, I don't think it would take that much to change the price. So, keep thinking about stuff like that. It's just not, it's a small niche space. And actually, Crypto Christopher Walken said something really cool, and I never really thought about it like this. He was on the Core podcast today. I think it was live today. And he said that, crypto is a niche. And then mining crypto is a niche of that. So it's a niche of a niche. And that makes a lot of sense. And that's why we feel, as miners, that's why we feel like we feel, I mean, we're a part, it's just like a trader. A trader is, crypto is the niche, and then a niche of that niche is crypto trading, right? So it's kind of the same thing. And that's why traders and miners are kind of on the same level as far as where they fit into this whole ecosystem, And, which one's better and which one's worse, I'm not going to get into all that, but yeah, so it's a niche of a niche, which makes a lot of sense. And whenever you think about it like that, it kind of hits home, with what it actually is. Who's a monk? What are you talking about? Oh, just not ever selling? Yeah, I've never sold, not one. Never gone from crypto to fiat. I don't even know how. How would I do that? Coinbase? I don't even know. It is locked up. My crypto is locked up. Wow, this has gone on way too long. I was trying to keep it under an hour. Now I'm at hour and a half. All right. Yeah, let me, because I'll do timestamps and all that stuff on the video to make sure that's, people can click on what they want to see, I guess. So, all right, I am going to get out of here. Again, I'm going to get on another rant, but the reason that my streams are long is because you guys are the only ones I can talk crypto to. There's no one else around me that knows anything about it enough, to talk about it on some semi-intelligent level. so that's what I enjoy about doing those streams, is I can actually, interact, and I can talk to you guys, and we can chat about crypto and stuff. So it's just kind of cool. But I want to save some energy for tomorrow night. So I am going to end the stream because tomorrow night is Crypto Fireball Friday. So it'll be fun. It'll be fun. All right, I'm going to get out of here. You guys, I will see you tomorrow. I should be on the premiere. I should be in the chat box over there, the troll box. And I think that premiere is only like 20 minutes, 22 minutes, something like that. So it won't be too bad. No problem, Red Panda, man. I enjoy chatting about crypto and enjoy you guys watching and everything. Really means a lot, keeping me going and stuff. So I really, really appreciate it. So I will see you guys tomorrow. Yep, tomorrow. Tomorrow twice. Premiere at 12:30 and Crypto Fireball Friday at 9:30 tomorrow night. See you later. Stay savage, everybody.